Our drive in life is related to the availability of inner energy in our sacred body, and the foods below in this video are scientifically proven to energize motivation and willpower. That's why I'm here. I'm Alex, and on this channel you'll find very practical information, not so very well known in the medical new world, for people to find out more about longevity, lifespan, and life extension, and quick and powerful, natural, and almost for free remedies for several physical internal disorders. This video is a practical guide verified by me and does not represent a cure for any disease, dysfunction, or physical condition. That's why please talk to your doctor first before starting to consume the food and the nutrients I will mention in this video down below. How do we know we have deficiency in motivation and willpower? Okay, so there are some clues, some symptoms that show us the level we are, and what are the symptoms we'll find out now. When we start a thing and quickly after a few days or weeks get bored with it, when we do two or more things at once and we don't concentrate on only one thing, when we get excited about an idea and run away from the work we need, when we talk more than we do, many people are doing that, when we feel exhausted by our own responsibilities, when we fail to complete the daily necessity or the daily responsibility or the daily tasks. So if you find out all these 6 nutrients, you will increase your level of motivation and willpower. So let's dive in. The first thing is pinole. My dear friends, it's a food used by the greatest runners in the world. It's a tribe called Tarahumara in Mexico, South America. Pinole dates back centuries ago to the Aztecs of Mexico, and it was, in back of the times, a combination of corn flour, chia seeds, cinnamon and honey and water, all put it together to offer a way to heal and energize the human body. So here is the method how I prepare. I put 400 to 500 grams, or at least 1 pound of corn flour in a hot pan without water. I mix it for approximately 15 minutes until it turns brown, and I'm not frying them, only to get brown. I pour into the blender this corn flour, brown corn flour with 200 or 300 grams of water, 2 tablespoons of Sri Lankan from Ceylon cinnamon, not Chinese, not Egyptian, not Jordanian cinnamon, but Ceylon cinnamon, 2 full tablespoons of honey, and 5 to 6 tablespoons of chia seeds. You can add, if you prefer, almonds, cocoa powder, and nuts if you want. So you mix this content into the blender, then remove and make meatballs from the composition that came out of the blender. Now you put the meatballs on a tray and leave them in the oven, preheated oven, to approximately 160 or 170 degrees for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. After, you take them out and you can keep them into the fridge for up to 3 weeks to 1 month, depending on the temperature from your fridge. Well, look what properties pinole has. Those tribe from the Tarahumara, if you haven't heard of them, you can discover they are the greatest runners in the world, and they are living in north part of Mexico among the canyons. And with this food, with this pinole, directly from the antiquity, from the ancient world, in their culture, they are very capable of a strength, physical performance, of motivation and unwavering will. Pinole has an enormous amount of antioxidants, fibers, amino acids, proteins, and by mixing them into this mix that I was telling you about, it provides a large amount of extra physical energy. 2, something which is not so common for the normal people, it is the lard from the pig, sheep, duck, or goose. For thousands of years, lard have been available and necessary to maintain the life process in the human body. In the ancient time, most of the people they were using. So the ancients knew its value very well. They also rubbed their wounds with it, restored their joints, stopped the toothaches, stopped and repaired the cardiovascular diseases. It is well known that lard lowers bad cholesterol into the blood and brings extra good cholesterol to reduce internal inflammation. Also, lard produces the necessary hormones for our mood, for our inner state, and for our general mood as well. When I went to Iran, I saw a sheep called kurduk. So the lard from the tail of this kurduk sheep is well known in the Middle East. If you go there, you can find out since ancient time, especially in countries like Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan or Pakistan. This lard from the kurduk sheep, from the tail, it has the highest values of amino acids and vitamins. Also is very valuable to repair the disease of the liver, of the gallbladder. It increases potency, it repairs ulcers and gastritis, it reduces glycemia, and also it regulates the glucose or blood sugar. I put it usually the lard into warm bread, let it soak for 1 to 3 minutes, and then I add some spices, beetroot, horseradish or pesto along with salt and pepper or other condiments. And sometimes I put the lard into the coffee or fry eggs and onions on it, and I'm using like 2 tablespoons per day because body needs some good fats. And this lard in any form you desire brings real benefits to your body by not feeling tired but energizing day by day. So the first thing for you is Nigari salt and Epsom salt. Maybe you heard about, but not in this condition. Nigari salt or a magnesium chloride is a magnesium salt and has multiple uses, including it is very easily assimilated, it reduces the risk of osteoporosis, it has a very detoxifying and cleaning effect, it supports physical activity, it reduces the risk of heart attack, it regulates the blood pressure, it balances the hormonal system. So as doses, you can take half of a teaspoon, so a small teaspoon of Nigari salt with a glass of water or milk for 30 days, so 1 month, in the morning on an empty stomach. Afterwards, you can increase to 1 teaspoon per glass of water or milk for another 30 days, only twice a year. So in the other part, Epsom salt or magnesium sulfate, it's an essential mineral for the body. It's 100% pure without other concentration you can buy or search online. It is a popular remedy used in the past to manage several conditions, muscles or arthritic pains, but it is believed to have also detoxifying and cleaning effects, especially in the case of bathing. Epsom salt is derived from the decomposition of mineral rocks, so Epsom is a neutral in pH value, and people use it to relieve health problems such as muscle pain and stress in particular. What I recommended as a mode of use and dose is to use Epsom salt as a bath salt, to add 1 kilogram or 2 pounds of Epsom salt to your bath water for approximately 60 or 70 liters into the water, and relax there into the hot water for 30 minutes. So the efficiency comes from having this little water into the tube. It's possible as much Epsom salt as possible to have at least an equilibrium for the Epsom salt to become active to your body. So the energization and the healing and mineralization will be faster for you. Another way to use it as ingestion, to take it internally, is an effective remedy against uric acid responsible for calcification of the joints. And as a dose, you can take half of teaspoon, so 2.5 grams, dissolved in a glass of water, having the role of directing fluids from the blood to the intestines by triggering intestinal contractions that stimulates the elimination of the toxins and the metals from the body through the feces. So if there are no fast evacuation, if you have half of teaspoon, You can put to increase the dose to a full teaspoon, so 5 grams, a small teaspoon dissolved in the water and have it on the empty stomach during the morning time. So once a month, 3 times per year, you have these benefits. It will help you with the constipation because magnesium is often used to treat constipation. It has physical performance and physical recovery if you need. It might reduce pain and swelling and also some little side effects, so not take more than what I was saying before, can have symptoms in case of overdose like nausea, headaches, dizziness, reddened skin, or bloating on your stomach. In extreme cases, magnesium overdose can lead to heart problems, coma, paralysis, or also death. The fourth thing I have for you, dear friends, is goji fruit. So an ancient legend in China says that once some Tibetan monks stopped to drink some water from under a goji tree, and they were amazed by the qualities of that water. So later they realized that the goji berries were falling into the fountain, into the well, and which had transformed simple water into the elixir of health and life. So do you want to know their secret? You can take between 50 to 100 grams per day, maximum 3 days out of 7 for 6 months. So the substances in their composition, it will help you with lower blood sugar and protect internal vital organs and stimulate the immune system. Also, goji berry, it will increase the testosterone and it will have a very good productive sexual fertility. So because they are doing that, you also increase the libido and the regulate reproductive functions as well. So in China, many women use goji to increase fertility, and they are doing that in the last 100 of years. In addition to being a rich source of vitamins and minerals, goji berries contain antioxidant compounds and protect against free radicals, stabilizing blood sugar in our arteries. Goji berries help stabilize blood sugar levels and improve digestion. The 5 things which I have for you to increase your willpower, they are oats and wheat, germinated, hydrated, or semi-fermented. Oats are one of the most nutritious grains we can eat, but in the Western culture about 90 or to 95% consume horses and only 5 to 10% are consumed by human beings. So that's why I want to share with you, because it has enormous nutritional qualities through fiber, protein. Oats are still not appreciated yet for their great value. It has trace elements, vitamins, and especially minerals like sodium, potassium, zinc, iron, phosphorus, and magnesium. Ways of germination and preparation. For example, germination is poured with water at a room temperature about twice the volume of the oats. So the concentration will be 2 water and 1 oat. 2 glasses of water and 1 glass of oat. It can left to hydrate for 24 hours and then drink the water because it's full of minerals, and let the oats to germinate. So basically the germination is the growth of the oat or the wheat seeds at the plant level, can be smaller or higher, and it is kept in the germinator for approximately 2-3 days and watered twice a day, evening or morning time, and it can be consumed when the seeds reach a maximum of 1 centimeter of the stem. So like dosage, you can have them 1 tablespoon. Sometimes I have 3 tablespoons with 20 minutes before the morning and the afternoon meals. Like 30 days every 3 months I'm doing this procedure. And the 6th thing I have for you, my dear friends, is the mixture of yerba mate tea, ginger root, and green tea. So the tea we drink frequently is in the social world is just for me. It's a smell of tea, meaning is only 1% of what a tea is based on. The nature of tea for me is to release all the properties from the tea of the plant into the water, and then you'll see the nutrient elements in the tea, which are the tannins, the mucilaginous, volatile oils, and the amino acids which you need and our body needs a lot. So for example, tannin is an antioxidant and fights inflammation to our body, repairs ulcers, gastritis, and other stomach diseases. The mucilaginous repair tissue walls and the membranes, and the volatile oils, the distinct smell, for example, of each plant are essential for the health of our human cells, and we will recover to have more strength into our body. So all these, when are released into the plants, from the plants into the water, which you might call tea. For me, the difference is the infusion time. So some of the people leave the tea like in social rooms of tea shops only 5 minutes, others like me for 4 days to 1 week. So most of them, they have the taste. Some people like me have the health of the plant for their health of the body. So these kind of teas are both in bulk, or I pick them from the trees, forest, or parks, and I don't use tea bags from the shops. I usually put 2 cups full of mixture of these plants, whatever I have around my house, to 10 pounds to 12 pounds of water, and I leave the plants into cold water for 24 to 48 hours at least, and I'm not boiling them. So I strain the liquid plant, and this can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 14 days, and I drank them warm only in the morning until 12 to 1 o'clock, because they are giving energize to the body. So that's why now you have 6 things to increase your level of motivation and willpower. If you have requested things to do other videos, please write in the comment below. If you want to know more about longevity, lifespan, and life extension, and other natural remedies almost for free, you can subscribe also down below to be the first to receive this value. May the progressive force be with you.